The North Coast 500. 500 miles of epic. 500 miles of driving.
I mean, who thought this would be a good idea, honestly?
This is the North Coast 500, dubbed Scotland's Route 66. It follows 500 miles of coastal roads, travelling all around the entirety of Scotland. A fine ribbon of tarmac draped all over a mountain for me to take my mates and my cars and race around these things, soaking in the incredible scenery. This has only been a recognised route by the tourism board for the last year or two. And there's actually rumours that Top Gear might be filming here as well. So if you want to do it now. We wanted to do this thing properly. Doing it properly, apparently, is going on all these windy little country roads, so you end up absolutely in the middle of nowhere, unable to pass the bus that stopped in front of you to let a gang of cyclists pass. This is supposed to be the maiden road trip of my 3 series. This is supposed to be the one thing I was going to do now. I was going to get a photo of it at the very tip of John O'Groats. But after I had all this work done on it, all the new suspension components, the lower arms, things like that, it came back with 4 odd tyres with a bubble in one of them, and the exhaust was still so loud. I'm just lucky to have some pretty good friends who, you know, lend me their phaetons. Madness. It was pretty cool though. I've prepared some drone footage to randomly kind of cut into this, but I think... Morning mate, another day, another dollar. It's a big long walk around this thing. Step in here with me please. After you. It's just the crazy thing about this car is that we have all this back here, which is kind of the point of it. We're not using any of it. This is a aircon, blowy, knobby, direction-y, heaty, cooly thing. These guys for your beverage. These seats move. Look, the seat's moving! Memory seats. Is that massage function? I can hear it. I can feel it. Got bloody massage seat. That's mental. In the back of this thing where nobody ever sits. Because it's so nice to be up there. You got the heated and cooled. Or cooled. These guys go up. In there you got some USB, you got some Ethernet socket for your telephone in the back of the car, and being the long wheelbase model it's got this function, so if you're on that side you can literally move the passenger seat forwards like so and give yourself an executive level of legroom. And if you like, so I'm told, you can get a fridge back here. Right. Favourite thing? Him. Let's go. We just got out of the hotel. It's 9:30. We're going to the Dalwhinnie distillery. That's what it's called. Where they make whiskey, the whiskey factory. So let's go. because we didn't want any trouble with the police, we'd all agreed to take this fairly leisurely. Of course, there was the occasional exception. Jesus! With us out on the open road, the only thing that could possibly irritate us was some questionable lane discipline.
Get out of my way!
After that was dealt with, it was smooth sailing.
We are 2 hours away.
Well, we couldn't be any more excited. We were blasting through the very north, up to do 500 miles of these country roads around this epic route. And before that, we get to find out how the greatest drink in the world is created. If there was one hero on this trip, it was this VW Phaeton for taking us all the way up here in complete cosseted luxury. And this car has a lot more to offer than just comfort.
So it's probably a good time to tell you about all the features of this car. So you've obviously got all the basic ones. You've got the temperature controls. This is a dual zone there, and you've got the automatic function. This is if you've got 3 mates in the car, that keeps them extra cool. You've got the hazard warning light here, and just below it you have the full sat nav for a car that's 12 years old. 12 years old. Here you've got this knob here. It's got haptic feedback, so if you get to the end of a menu, it actually won't go any further than it's supposed to go. You've got the aircon reset. There's a telephone in here, obviously. This is a vehicle button, tyre pressure monitor. Traffic monitoring system here. It tells you reports, no reports. Looks good to me. Navigation. This will put the television on there, and this will give you the onboard computer. That shows you the total miles per gallon and miles per hour. That's since refuel, and that's the last one there. So since we actually fueled up the fuel last time, it's 115 miles at 19.2 miles per gallon. If you need to know how to use the car, there's a manual there as well. So rather than including lots of paper, you've got a whole manual there. And then there's some extra settings for the car. A help mode, don't know what that does, and dark, which makes it nice and dark. You've got a couple of smoking trays here, so you can do some twin smoking. You've got 2 more in the back as well. You probably can't see them, but there you go. So 4 guys can smoke at the same time. You've got Tiptronic control. You've got sport control here, so you can adjust how sporty the suspension is with this here. That adjusts the ride height, and this is the heated, cooled seats.
If you think, oh, that's a bit geeky, wait until you see this. The windscreen wipers, when they park, actually sit in a different position each time you stop them, so they do not stick to the windscreen. The attention to detail on this car is just madness. As the journey got more underway, unfortunately we hit the famous Scottish average speed cameras.
I suppose we couldn't go any faster anyway, so...
Did somebody say Road Trolls Trivia? I think you did.
Harry, what are these posts at the side of the road?
So you know when it snows,
Yep.
you can see where the road goes.
You're kidding me. It gets that snowy in Scotland.
Occasionally, you can go skiing in Scotland sometimes.
That's mad. Where do you go skiing?
On the mountain.
That mountain?
Could do.
Excellent. So how deep's the snow? Is that red bit kind of signifying where the snow will come to? It's around the same height as that Clio in front.
Yeah, so if you've got like a clear of a snowplow, you can just push your way through.
If you can see that, we're 6 minutes away. Averaging 20.3. It's not as bad as you may think. Do you care about fuel economy?
Anyway, enough about that. We had to go and drink some whiskey. Founded over 120 years ago and sitting at 351 metres above sea level, Dalwhinnie is the highest distillery in Scotland. Located at the head of Glen Truman on the western edge of the Cairngorm National Park, it produces over 1.3 million litres of whiskey a year, and it's unique in the fact that it is located within both the regions of Speyside and Highland, so it can be classified as either. To the purists, however, the whiskey produced here is Speyside through and through.
So we're here at the Dalwhinnie distillery. One of the main benefits of me not drinking my own car is that we are now in a whiskey country, and we are doing a whiskey tasting. I think it's time to get stuck in. Follow me. we doing today then, Harry?
We're driving very, very quickly, drinking some whiskey. I mean, not drinking, I mean, looking at whiskey. I mean,
Okay, it's a no camera deal, so I'll see you on the other side.
1 hour later.
That was a really enjoyable tour. So you couldn't come with me. Got a glass. Slant you. So that's it. Rules are rules, I'm afraid. But if you really want to see what happens behind the scenes, get in your car, drive here. You won't regret it. You'll get some nice little souvenirs. Don't buy the whiskey here though, because it's twice the price than it is in any supermarket or Amazon, even with the discount they offer you after the tasting. But it's very special to see how this is made. All we had to do now for the rest of the day was drive to Aviemore. Someone hasn't shat on your seats. I'm gonna say it's quite unlikely.
it's called the birds, I think.
Oh right. Yeah, the girls around here are quite savage.